From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides on the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Lipakshi, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give a glimpse of our country's diversity. India's true glory can be seen in its diversity and its ability to beautifully intertwine different traditions, languages and lifestyles in a pot of cultures. Home to a number of tribal communities, authorities keep on organizing different events to promote their culture and lifestyle. So today we take you to the National Tribal Dance Festival in Bhubaneswar city, which celebrates the rich and diverse cultural heritage of India. Take a look.
Sitting in the Adivasi exhibition ground in Bhubaneswar, audiences were awestruck to witness beautiful dance performances as tribes from across the country gathered at the venue to display their traditional dance numbers. This was the view at the National Tribal Dance Festival that showcased the beauty and resplendence of tribal dancers from different parts of the country. This festival was inaugurated in the capital city of Odisha with much fervour and enthusiasm. The event is an annual observance organised by SC and ST Research and Training Institute of Bhubaneswar with the support from the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India.
Today we had a performance of 8 states in this evening. The participants from Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, all tribals group performed their dances today. Very active, very captivating dances were staged today. And the purpose of this National Tribal Dance Festival is that all the tribals group of different part of this country, they can perform at one stage, and the people of other state can meet them, as well as they can see the different dance forms of the tribals being performed at one single stage.
Artists from 14 states, including those from Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, participated in this 3-day dance festival. Different tribal communities like the Gond tribe of Chhattisgarh, the Rathwa tribe of Gujarat, the Galo tribe of Arunachal Pradesh and the Saharia tribe of Rajasthan showcased their beautiful tribal dance performances. The dancers were decked up in unique and colourful traditional attires that had the audience spellbound and were a treat for the eyes.
This National Tribal Dance Festival is a very, very good program because all the Indian national different states are coming here. And we don't know what dance is Maharashtra tribal. And also Gujarat and even Odisha. And now we are here, the organization organized this National Tribal Dance Festival. And we showed it. And I think I hope that we also see again.
हम लोग को सीखने को मिला कि हर स्टेट से अलग अलग डांस देखने को मिला, भाषा भी अलग अलग भाषा को भी मिला और हम लोग से एक मेल मिला हुआ और हम लोग सब एक दूसरे से हम लोग मिले. हम लोग डांस के हिसाब से हम लोग देहात में भी हम लोग डांस करते हैं और हम लोग हर टाउन सिटी माने हम लोग को जिधर हम लोग सरकारी से रजिस्ट्रेशन किए हुए हैं और रजिस्ट्रेशन के माध्यम से हम लोग कहाँ बुलावट होता है वही पहुँचते हैं हम लोग.
On the sidelines of the dance festival, a 3-day-long National Crafts Mela was also organized to promote tribal handicrafts and handloom products. Different tribes from 14 states including Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Rajasthan and others participated in the event and showcased various types of handicraft items like bamboo craft, stonework, woodwork, iron craft, textiles and others. The Crafts Mela is a platform for celebrating the diverse cultural traditions of various tribes of India, along with providing a platform for boosting their business.
काम हमने हमारे पूर्वजों से सीखा है, जो हमारे पुरानी पीढ़ी जो काम करती थी उसी को हम फॉलो अप करते हैं और उन्हीं को देख के बनाते हैं। दीवारों पे अपने जो घर का मिट्टी से लीपते हैं, घर के बाहर जो होता है सीमेंट नहीं होता, कच्चे घर होते हैं वहाँ पे, तो उसके अंदर कांच लगाना, मांडना बनाना, मेहंदी से संबंधित दीवार पे काम करते, नीचे फर्श पे बनाते हैं। इसमें अलग अलग प्रकार से महिलाएं जैसे मांडना बनाती हैं, जैसे मैं खुद मांडना बनाती हूँ। हमारे साथ में जो दूसरे लोग हैं वो भील आर्ट के अंदर भील फिगर मतलब कल्चर बताते हैं, वो कि किस प्रकार की मतलब शैलियाँ हैं, कि किस किस से लोग काम करते हैं, लोग किसे पूछते हैं, लोग किसे खाते हैं, कैसे घर में रहते हैं, क्या कपड़े पहनते हैं।
This was the 12th edition of the National Tribal Dance Festival and the 10th edition of the National Tribal Crafts Mela. Events like these continue to provide a platform for tribal artists to showcase their rich cultural heritage. Along with that, it also helps the culture of Indian tribes reach mainstream.
Moving on, India is known to be the land where the Sufi school of thought flourished in its true essence. A number of Sufi saints from across the world settled in India and spread the message of peace and harmony. Hazrat Munawar Ali is one among them. The saint dedicated his whole life to spreading the wisdom of Sufism, and today his shrine is a popular pilgrimage site in Prayagraj and is visited by the people irrespective of their caste and religion. Take a look.
The shrine of Sufi saint Hazrat Munawar Ali in Uttar Pradesh city of Prayagraj has long remained a place of harmony and unity for people of all faiths. Every day, devotees from across the nation, irrespective of their religion, visit the shrine to offer prayers to the revered Sufi saint. The shrine of Hazrat Munawar Ali is a symbol of the pluralistic and syncretic culture of India.
15 साल से हम आ रहे हैं और मेरी जेठानी की थी मेरे पति को, और हमको बेटी भी मेरी हुई यहीं पे, बाबा के करम से बेटी हुई है मेरी। बाबा के यहाँ जो भी आता है, हिंदू मुस्लिम सबकी बाबा पूरी करते हैं, सबका बाबा सुनते हैं। हमको भी बाबा बहुत कुछ दिए, आज भी हम आए हैं तो बाबा से लेने ही आए हैं। यहाँ की मान्यता बहुत है कि जो भी आता है यहाँ बाबा के पास से लेके ही जाता है, खाली झोली कभी कोई नहीं लौटता यहाँ से।
Although hundreds of devotees visit the shrine every day, but Fridays are usually busy, when an enormous number of believers come to visit the holy shrine. Irrespective of their faiths and religions, people visit the Dargah to get the blessings of the legendary saint. The devotees believe that the saint fulfills the wishes of all and nobody returns empty-handed from here.
यहाँ से तो यही तालीम है, लोगों को यहाँ से सबक लेना चाहिए। तमाम बुजुर्गान दीन जहाँ जहाँ पे इस तरह के सूफ़ी संत हैं, खानकाहें हैं, बुजुर्गान दीन का दरबार है या यही दरबार है, यहाँ पर देख लीजिए, यहाँ पर जो भी आता है उसके साथ मतलब अच्छा सलूक, यहाँ पे हमारी कमेटी है, हमारे देख रेख करने वाले खानकाह में दरबार में मौजूद हैं, वो लोग देख रेख करते हैं और सबके साथ यकसा व्यवहार और यकसा सलूक करते हैं। सबको अच्छे अंदाज से सबके साथ पेश आते हैं, वहाँ भेदभाव नहीं है, सारी चीज़ें हैं और लोगों को एहसास भी होता है कि हाँ यहाँ पर जो है लोग देख रेख करते हैं और किसी किस्म की कोई परेशानी नहीं है। वहाँ हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई हर किस्म के लोग रहते भी हैं और कभी कोई परेशानी नहीं होती। कोई उनको अगर परेशानी होती है तो हम लोग देखते हैं और उनकी मदद भी करते हैं।
India has remained an epicenter of many such sites that strengthen the bond of secularism. People from all faiths, rising above their ethnicities, castes, creeds and religiosity, gather at these places and spread the message of peace and brotherhood for coming generations to follow.
And now a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
Indian Navy commissioned an indigenously developed anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft vessel named INS Antarod into service from a seaport in eastern Kolkata city. This is the second of 8 such vessels that are made for the Navy by India-based shipbuilding company Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers. INS Antrod, which derives its name from an island of India's southern Lakshadweep Federal Territory, is equipped with state-of-the-art weapon systems such as lightweight torpedoes and submarine detecting sensors.
These ships are called anti-submarine warfare or shallow water crafts. The very name says it is anti-submarine warfare. So their role is to protect the coastal waters where the depth is less from the enemies. So these ships will be basically operating in low draft conditions along the shore of whichever port they are deployed.
India is desperate to replace its aging submarine fleet with 11 of its 16 conventional submarines more than 2 decades old, and as it seeks to counter China's growing presence in the Indian Ocean. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government wants India to manufacture more weapons at home in collaboration with foreign partners after decades of being one of the world's largest arms importers. Every year on March 20, the world celebrates World Sparrow Day to increase awareness about house sparrows. Conservationist God of Bajpai makes wooden sparrow houses and distributes them to the people. Bajpai says their efforts have put a stop to declining population, and with the planting of trees, sparrows have begun to return to urban areas as well. He claims the sparrows have increased by 70,000 to 80,000 in the last 7 to 8 years through their campaign.
गौरैया के जो अंडे और बच्चे हैं वो सबसे ज़्यादा गिरकर मर रहे हैं, तो इनकी एक आबादी ऐसी है जो जीवन के प्रथम 15 से 20-25 दिन में ही समाप्त हो रही थी और जिसका प्रतिशत बहुत ज़्यादा था. हमारे अनुमान के हिसाब से 60% से ज़्यादा ये था कि इनकी आबादी गिर के मर रही है. तो फिर हमने इनको सुरक्षित घर देना शुरू किया.
तो मेरा ये प्रयास है कि जितनी भी अपने आमजन हैं उनको ये संदेश देना चाहता हूँ कि वो अपने घर पे घोंसले लगाएं और इन गौरैया के संरक्षण में अपना योगदान दें.
Sparrow sightings have significantly diminished over the last few years in India because of noise and air pollution, aging constructions and deforestation. Several conservationists have taken it upon themselves to preserve the beloved birds from predators and are providing them with food. India's first fully automated biryani dispensing kiosk in southern Chennai city is bringing gastronomical delight to food lovers by delivering hot meals through an entirely automatic system. Inspired by Japan's self-serving kiosks, it was installed by the startup company Baivitu Kalyanam has machines where customers can choose from an extensive menu and get the biryani within 3 to 5 minutes.
This is a new attempt, that we have tried doing it in India, because many people have seen vending machine, automatic self-ordering kiosk in abroad, especially in Japan and other countries. So basically in India, we don't have such kind of an automated technology wherein they still have to, go to a biller, counter, cashier, and then, they have to, place an order by seeing the face. And nowadays, we have a contactless initiative, from the government. So this is a kind of an initiative wherein you go there on the system, you place an order, and you pay by card or UPI, and then your package will be ready in say 3-4 minutes or less than that.
Though several Indian shops and marketplaces have automated vending machines, which usually have canned food or packed food, this is the first attempt in the country to serve fresh food using an automatic dispensing system.
Well, Sufism has entrenched itself at the center of cultural and spiritual life in India. Dargahs of Sufi saints in almost every part of the country are the rich reservoirs of this tradition. The Dargah of Hazrat Durvesh Rehmatullah in the city of Gaya is one such place where devotees from all religions come and offer prayers to the Sufi saint who lit the path of virtue, wisdom and peace for his fellow beings and followers. Have a look.
An epicenter of faiths, a place where brotherhood and bonhomie between as many religions could be seen flourished and prospered at its best. The Dargah of Hazrat Darvesh Rehmatullah, situated in the holy town of Gaya, is one such melange of diversities. Situated in the small village of Bittu Sharif, the shrine witnesses a rush of devotees throughout the day. Whether one is Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or from any other community, the aroma of the shrine serenades them into cheerfulness, and a belief of fulfillment ensues in them.
यहाँ जो भी जायज़ मुरादें लेकर आते हैं, ये मान्यता है लोग की मुरादें पूरी होती हैं, और जो मनोरोगी ख़ास करके जो आते हैं, साइकोलॉजिकल पेशेंट्स, उनका बहुत अच्छा इलाज होता है। मेंटल केसेस के जो पेशेंट होते हैं, उनकी दुआओं से, मालिक की दुआ से, मालिक की दया से ठीक होकर जाते हैं, और इसीलिए लोगों का आना जाना लगा रहता है।
It is believed that the Sufi saint fulfills the wishes of all those who come over here from different corners of the country. People of all faiths have deep faith in the saint who throughout his entire life worked for the welfare of humanity.
यहाँ हम लगभग 3 साल से आ रहे हैं बाबा के पास। इनका क्या कहना है, मतलब जिंदा हैं हम लोग तो बाबा के दर के वजह से, नहीं तो जिंदा नहीं रहते। मेरा बच्चा बिल्कुल इतना बढ़िया हो गया यहाँ से कि IIT कोटा में पढ़ाई कर रहा है। बाबा का एहसान हम क्या कहें, लफ्ज़ में कहने वाली बात नहीं है।
Since ages, the Sufi saints like Hazrat Darvesh Rehmatullah have propagated the message of spiritualism and harmony in our country, and their teachings are still playing a significant role in strengthening the threat of secularism.
And now we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section of World in Focus.
Introducing innovative and sustainable solutions, a Dubai-based company came up with different models to face water scarcity, mitigate floods and enhance desert farming in the UAE. Dake Richsen's Sponge City is a new urban model that uses permeable pavers made from desert sand to retain rainwater sustainably in underground honeycomb storages. The company launched its model in the Emirates and is in the process of implementing it soon in the country.
This surface area, it allows us to collect larger volume of water, and all the water collected, as we are collecting it or harvesting it, we can store it, and that all that water is channeled into our storage facility, which collects the water and stores it sustainably. The beauty about our storage, honeycomb storage, is that the water remains fresh for a very long period without use of electricity, without use of chemicals, and all the water which is harvested and stored has to be used responsibly.
In its efforts to reaching net zero emissions by 2050 and reducing its carbon footprint, the UAE has showed interest in the innovative company's creation. Breathing through a plastic cup filled with sand and water, which appears to be immiscible, the 42-year-old Indian CEO showcased another creation of his, breathable, or what he called magic sand. Promising 80% water saving, Dake Richsen said that the breathable sand technology can turn the Gulf country, which relies on water desalination, into a green forest. In an annual celebration to kick off St. Patrick's Day festivities, Florida's Hillsborough River transformed into a bright shade of green for the River O Green Fest. Hundreds of spectators could be seen on the Tampa waterfront watching the dyeing of river as boats swirled and dropped green dye. Live music and a pet costume contest was scheduled to follow the event, according to the official program of the celebration. Just outside Indonesia's planned new capital, on Borneo Island, a female orangutan catches a banana with one hand thrown by a conservationist across the river while she hangs onto a tree branch with the other hand. She is one of 127 orangutans that the Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation is helping to reintroduce into the wild in East Kalimantan Samboja district. They have already lost their homes due to deforestation on the island, often linked to the expansion of palm oil and timber plantations as well as coal mining sites. The Indonesian government has promised to protect wildlife and reforest large parts of the project, which has been marketed to investors as smart green city of the future, fully powered by renewable energy. But environmentalists are concerned the construction spanning nearly 260,000 hectares will affect some Borneo's endemic fauna, including endangered ones like the long-nosed monkey, Irrawaddy dolphins, orangutans, and the vulnerable Bornean sun bear. The Nusantara Capital City Authority says mangroves would be replanted in the areas and guidelines have been drawn up for workers who may come in contact with wildlife. Foundations are currently being laid for government buildings, while developers are expected to start construction on homes that 16,000 civil servants, military and police officers will move into next year. Nusantara will be declared the new capital in the first half of 2024. Key government buildings including a palace and a presidential office must be ready by August next year, when Indonesia celebrates its 79th Independence Day.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. I'm your host Lipakshi and it's goodbye from the entire production team.